Now, a strange discovery in a recent NASA photo has some saying these visitors haven't just been observing Earth. Check out what we found on our next-door neighbor.
There it is! Son of a gun!
The quest and validation of alien existence that has been sought since forever is now starting to make an appearance. Stay tuned in to get to see leaked NASA footage of alien activities in space.
In Columbia, Houston, we're with you on TDRS Z. Go ahead, Story.
There it is! Son of a gun! Right down the middle.
Have you heard all those theories about NASA hiding something huge? Well, this leaked footage might be the proof we've been waiting for. It showed what looked like an alien casually walking around on the moon, almost as if it belonged there. The clip made people wonder if it was actual footage from the moon, or if NASA had been covering things up all along. It fit right in with those old stories and conspiracy theories about astronauts spotting strange lights or bizarre events during missions like Apollo 11. This footage added another twist to the ongoing space saga.
There it is! Son of a gun! Right down the middle.
Metal junk. Recently, footage from the International Space Station, ISS, stirred up debates online after capturing a strange floating object in space. Was it just space debris or something more mysterious? At first glance, it looked like a piece of metal, easily dismissed as junk, but those familiar with UFO sightings couldn't ignore its unusual shape, similar to reported sightings over the years. As the clip circulated online, opinions varied. Some suggested it was a metal plate that accidentally detached from the ISS during maintenance. But take a closer look. Could it actually be a metal plate? I don't think so. That's why the mystery is still unsolved. Spacewalker spotted UFO.
Looks like you got an object right in front of you, Mark. Can you look out there?
During a routine spacewalk, crew members were testing the safer unit near the Discovery shuttle, gliding across the North Sea. Suddenly, a glimmer caught their eye. A UFO hovering right in front of them. One astronaut pointed it out. Looks like he got an object right in front of him. Confused, Mark tried to spot it, but nothing was clear. The object was at around his 10 or 11 o'clock position, slowly drifting away. The crew exchanged glances, puzzled as the mission control calmly continued. They'd just missed a close encounter in orbit.
Looks like you got an object right in front of you, Mark. Can you look out there?
Unidentified orbs. In a recent twist, NASA's live feed unexpectedly captured several unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, hovering in low Earth orbit. These mysterious objects appeared small yet distinct, glowing against the vast darkness of space. Given their apparent distance, their size was impressive, hinting at something beyond ordinary space debris. With no official explanation and no timestamps to pinpoint the sighting, experts were left puzzled, analyzing the nature of these strange shapes. Some suggest it could be a rare glimpse of unknown entities moving through the outer reaches of our atmosphere. It may take another leaked clip to finally unlock the truth behind this cosmic enigma. Moon home. Guys, buckle up, because what I'm about to show you could literally blow your mind. Ever wondered if aliens are real or if they might be hanging out on the moon? Well, there's footage showing a UFO entering what looks like a moon base. In the video, a circular portal opens up and the UFO just smoothly glides right into it. It's crazy to think that NASA might have evidence of such activities, and here we are, completely unaware of our daily routines. Now, if this isn't just some anomaly or a glitch in the video, we might have to seriously rethink everything we know about extraterrestrial life, and just how close they could be to us here on Earth. Glowing object. Captured from inside the ISS's observation dome, this unusual footage has sparked curiosity. Typically, objects floating in space are dismissed as debris or satellites in the zero-gravity environment, but this clip is different. The object in question doesn't act like typical space junk. Its movements are too deliberate and controlled. It was a spacecraft with glowing lights, and it zoomed away at high speed, leaving the impression of advanced technology, possibly even from another world. Observations from the ISS are carefully documented, so anything unexplained like this grabs attention. This sighting leaves little room for doubt, fueling interest in what might really be out there. Small agent. We've all seen footage of satellites drifting through space, but imagine if something actually came out of one. Rare, right? Well, this recent sighting showed just that. A small, glowing orb emerged from a satellite, zoomed forward, paused like it was searching for the perfect spot, then turned and zipped off again. This wasn't just some glitch or visual anomaly. This looked like an alien probe. Aliens have likely seen many sightings of their crafts, so maybe they sent this mini-agent orb to scout the scene and check for any leaked footage. If this turns out to be true, it could be a game changer in our understanding of what's really happening up there. Aliens on mission. On Mars, amidst the endless stretches of red dust, something unusual was discovered. Pieces of wreckage. This wreckage wasn't from any earthly machine. It looked too strange, too alien. People said NASA found it, but didn't share all the details. Imagine if the rovers exploring Mars hadn't been alone. What if, near this mysterious debris, there were tall, slender figures moving around? These might have been aliens from the crash, watching the rovers closely. Perhaps they even tried to keep the rovers from recording them, worried their secrets might be discovered. This scenario opens up many questions for the leaked NASA footage of alien activities on outer space. So buckle up and watch more about these footages. UFO on space.
And Columbia, Houston, we're with you on TDRS Z. Go ahead, Story.
Another case leaked out from the NASA UFO archives shows an interesting scene that had everyone talking. It's similar to the famous STS-48 event where mysterious UFOs were seen moving in NASA footage. In this clip, the camera remains still, capturing several bright objects seemingly hovering around in space. If you look closely at the left corner, you'll spot a bright white object moving upward, a movement some believe could be a UFO. Ground control even requested a camera switch during this moment, possibly to get a better view. This clip adds to the mystery, leaving us wondering what these objects really are.
And Columbia, Houston, we're with you on TDRS Z. Go ahead, Story.
Colored footage. This color footage from a satellite gives us a strange sight, a UFO leaving Earth after what looks like a secret mission. We see it from different angles as it glides away into space, almost disappearing into the dark. But even with all these views, we can't really tell where it's heading. It's kind of spooky to think about. This UFO seems to have done something here on Earth, and now it's quietly drifting off. But where to? Back to wherever it came from, or maybe off to another hidden spot in space? Nobody knows, and that mystery just makes it even more curious. Yellow glow. What if what we're seeing isn't just a random flare or a speck of cosmic dust, but a genuine UFO glowing with intent in the darkness of space? Captured by the James Webb telescope, this luminous yellow entity isn't aimlessly floating. Instead, it appears to be navigating towards a colossal structure, possibly a station on another planet. Could this be a meeting point among the stars, or a portal to another civilization? The thought of such a rendezvous in the cosmos opens up thrilling possibilities about interstellar travel and what civilizations might exist beyond our Earth which are on some mission, might be against the Earth. Mars mission. Imagine stumbling upon a hidden facility on Mars. This wasn't just a typical Martian scene. It included a structure that hinted at an advanced operation, hidden in the barren stretches of Mars next to a mysterious spherical object. This sphere might have been used for detection, suggesting that the site was wrapped in secrets. This place was something similar to a starry sanctuary. It appeared to have been a central point for unusual activities, potentially serving as a station for mysterious aerial objects. Might be it served as a covert base for Operation Understood, or as a nexus of interstellar communication deeply embedded in the silent expanses of the red planet. Among the clouds. This time it quite caused a big conversation among officials as well. It was taken on the footage of April 4th to April 6th, 2023 and shows an object that a senior manager from the National Geospatial-Intelligence Agency, NGA, and the National Reconnaissance Office claimed to be a UFO with no existing records. This mysterious object, captured moving through the clouds, has a complex and heavy structure suggesting it was on a serious mission. The design and technology visible in the object hint at significant capabilities and purposes. surfaces. Such appearances often lead to many questions. While the exact nature of its mission remains undisclosed, the intriguing design certainly implies it was something out of the ordinary. Black hole. Looking at this feels like a missing scene straight out of Interstellar. A mesmerizing mix of brown and white light circling a black hole. It's like watching the very moment when two dimensions meet and time itself starts to stretch and slow down. Black holes are these incredible cosmic phenomena that challenge our understanding of time and space. According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, massive objects like black holes warp the fabric of space-time around them. If a spacecraft were ever to venture close enough and enter a black hole, it would experience this warping firsthand, essentially warping time itself as it plunges through this cosmic anomaly. Bunch of footage.
Once again, we are looking at a videotape replay of the external tank as it...
Have you ever seen the treasure trove of multiple sightings that have the potential to shock the world? Here it is. In the NASA UFO archives, among these recordings, there is a particularly striking clip from a space shuttle mission where Columbia's external tank detaches and begins its descent back to Earth. As the tank floats away, the video captures more than just this routine event. It also shows several stationary UFOs and a series of other bizarre objects moving swiftly across the screen. This footage, captured as Columbia transitioned into sunset.
Once again, we are looking at a videotape replay of the external tank as it...
Lightning effect.
And Houston Discovery, that test's complete and
If you're into space mysteries, this uncut STS-48 clip is something you have to see. At first, it all looked pretty normal. NASA was just watching thunderstorms over Earth, but then, out of nowhere, UFOs showed up, moving in a coordinated way across the screen. In the footage, you can see these objects dropping something into the atmosphere. Suddenly, there's a circular lightning effect that lights up the radar, almost like it's responding to the UFOs. And if you think about it, that trail of light might have stretched from the sky all the way down to Earth's surface, with some of the UFOs disappearing right into it. Makes you wonder what was really going on up there, doesn't it?
And Houston Discovery, that test's complete and
Crash site on Mars. The Medusae Fossae Formation on Mars, a mysterious windswept region with a past covered in secrets. Back in 2000, NASA's Mars Global Surveyor captured something strange there, a half-buried object that looks suspiciously like a crashed alien craft. Discovered by NASA specialist Steve Wingate, this 190-meter wide UFO seemed to have hit the surface at a low angle. Despite attempts to hide the image, it somehow stayed on NASA's servers. Then in 2005, ESA's Mars Express spotted yet another possible crash site nearby. Even creepier, this area called the Stealth Region barely reflects radar, making it feel like Mars has its hidden zone. Comet UAP. Y'all have heard about Comet 67P, right? That's the one Rosetta visited, giving us all those stunning close-up shots. This comet isn't huge, about 4 kilometers wide, shaped kind of like a rubber duck. But here's where it gets spicy. There's this footage going around of a massive object, a real big one, flying right over the comet. It looks like a UAP, yeah, one of those unidentified aerial phenomena. Why haven't we heard anything about this from NASA or any space agency? It's kind of alarming, thinking something that big is just zipping around unmonitored, and NASA is covering up. Blended in colors. Take a look at this clip. It's another curious case that's got people talking. Captured from a satellite monitoring system, there's a huge object that seems to blend right in with the color of the ocean below. It was recorded in space in 2020, and I've circled it for you in the image. Notice how it's structured almost like a submarine? This could easily be mistaken for another piece of usual space debris, or maybe an atmospheric phenomenon, but its size and shape suggest it might be something else, perhaps a UFO. It's fascinating how these things show up, isn't it? Seems like we are watching another disguise strategy. Take a look at this. It seems we've come across some secret NASA footage from the 1960s. It showed an astronaut on what looked like one of the very first spacewalks. Why would this be kept secret? Well, back then, every detail about space missions was tightly controlled because of the intense space race between the US and the Soviet Union. This footage gave us a rare view of the astronaut maneuvering around the spacecraft, high above Earth. Watching it felt like uncovering a hidden chapter of space exploration, offering a glimpse into a daring adventure that most people didn't know about at the time. Mothership. Remember playing with Beyblades as kids and imagining epic battles? Well, you might want to sit down for this. A massive UFO just showed up during a NASA live feed, and it's like those alien storylines from the Beyblade series were actually a hint of truth. This thing was enormous, resembling a mothership straight out of a sci-fi movie. Here's where it gets even wilder. It released a glowing circle, probably an orb probe, which is typical for motherships. Watching this unfold live was absolutely astonishing. It makes you wonder if this mothership is on some sort of secret data collection mission, doesn't it? Hurricane and UFO. At first glance, you might have thought this was just another hurricane swirling in the ocean, right? But take a closer look. It was actually a rare cloud phenomenon, and that small black object moving along the edge, that was a UFO. I've seen similar events before, where UFOs interact with clouds, usually diving in and causing quite a commotion. But this time, it was coming out, and the whole scene was captured by the International Space Station. To give you an idea of how big this UFO was, consider the eye of a developing hurricane, which can span about 20 kilometers in diameter. Based on that comparison, this UFO was estimated to be around 2 kilometers wide. Pretty massive it was. SpaceX mystery.
Spacecraft built by Thales Alenia Space receding against the black.
During a recent SpaceX launch, something strange showed up on camera, and it got everyone talking. As the Eutelsat 10B satellite went into orbit, viewers spotted several UFOs or UAPs moving in the background, doing odd things. People online had a lot to say. Some thought it might just be pieces of debris from the rocket's stage separation, which sometimes look like moving objects in space. One person noticed how many objects there were, calling it both scary and cool. Another joked, saying they're not even trying to hide anymore. With all these objects in view during such a big mission, it makes you wonder if it's just space debris or something more interesting.
Spacecraft built by Thales Alenia Space receding against the black.
Asteroids.
Guys getting the image? Copy that.
It started with what looked like a large piece of space debris, or maybe an asteroid drifting close to the space station. The size of it was pretty eerie considering the potential danger it could pose. But then another object appeared, joining the first one right in front of the camera. These things weren't just floating around randomly. It felt as if they knew they were being watched. They might even have been observing, just as they were being observed. For NASA and other space agencies, keeping an eye on such objects was crucial, as a collision could be disastrous.
Guys getting the image? Copy that.
Rock in space. Another secretive scene from space. It captures a large, shiny object floating above Earth, likely an asteroid. Why care about asteroids? Well, they're fascinating because they're remnants from the early solar system, giving scientists clues about how planets formed. Plus, asteroids can be rich in valuable metals, sparking interest in potential space mining. Most importantly, understanding their paths helps us monitor any that might pose a threat to Earth. So this isn't just a tiny meteoroid. Those are smaller and often burn up in our atmosphere. This is probably an asteroid, big, bold, and floating out there. Mothership. Seems like the ISS got a knock on their door from otherworldly neighbors. This shows a series of unidentified objects near the space station, giving the vibe that a mothership might just be paying a visit. The possibility of an alien mothership hovering near the ISS could suggest that advanced extraterrestrial civilizations are conducting scientific research on Earth. Imagine this. Similar to how NASA sends probes to distant planets, these hypothetical alien probes might be here to gather data on our atmosphere, biosphere, and maybe even human activities. Or it might be possible that NASA was trying to make contact with aliens. Fleet of UFOs.
Discovery also moving into sunrise.
A bunch of lightning was recorded by NASA over the Russian sky, and the truth was shocking. The fleet of UFOs was abducting like glowing orbs in a reversed position. It is exactly similar to the sighting that happened in the US. NASA reports highlight a fleet of UFOs encountered by US Navy pilots during training missions from 2014 to 2015. These objects exhibited hypersonic speeds without visible propulsion, raising concerns among pilots about national security. The US Navy has since established protocols for reporting such encounters, reflecting a growing focus on unidentified aerial phenomena. And now this is in Russia. Something is up, and maybe very tough things.
Discovery also moving into sunrise.
Black sphere. A mysterious video surfaced, reportedly secret footage from NASA, in which a massive dark sphere appears near the sun, almost as if it's drawing energy or plasma from its fiery surface. NASA never fully explained this, but some theorists speculate it could be a massive solar prominence, where plasma is pulled into magnetic fields. Others believe it's something more, maybe an alien craft refueling, hinting at advanced extraterrestrial tech. The incident, captured on March 11, 2012, has stirred countless debates. Although dismissed by scientists as a natural solar event, the eerie sight has conspiracy circles buzzing. What if NASA knows more than it's letting on? Sperm UFO. During NASA's STS-80 mission, a really odd sperm UFO was caught on tape, and it sparked a ton of chatter about what it could be. This thing zipped across the sky, then suddenly shot up and disappeared. Super weird, right? Here's something else that's interesting. The moment this UFO showed up, the camera started shaking and moving around. Some folks think this wasn't an accident. It was meant to make it hard for us to see the UFO clearly. To get a better look, they even used some image stabilization on the video later. This makes the UFO easier to see as it zooms off into space. Star.
Copy, Mario. Mario, did you have the mag light on?
Just imagine the shock of the NASA officials when they came across this sighting, not knowing if it's a light from Earth or a star in the distance. This clip from the NASA UFO archives captures a puzzling moment. Astronauts spot strange lights moving from the bottom to the top of the screen. At first, one calls it a light on the ground, then changes to say it's a star. So, are they looking up at the sky or down at Earth? As they talk, there's mention of using a maglite flashlight to help see the target, but it's unclear if the light is from their own equipment or something else entirely. Another light goes by, adding to the mystery. They even reference passing over Mount Pinatubo.
Copy, Mario. Mario, did you have the mag light on?
Shuttle camera. The NASA UFO archives is displaying bombs in the form of clips, I must say. Just like that, a UFO appears, moving across the shuttle from left to right. The Russian camera quickly zooms in, capturing the strange object in detail. When NASA's feed switches to a black and white view from the shuttle, you can spot the UFO pulsating in the bottom left corner. Again, archives reveal footage that had remained hidden from the public eye, showcasing mysterious events that occurred during space missions. As ground control monitors the shuttle's approach to the Mir space station, the unexpected sighting adds a new level of curiosity, but it didn't stay there to understand what was the purpose behind it. Fleet of UFOs. This scene might look familiar, almost like the last battle in Harry Potter, with lights soaring across the dark. But here it's not magic, it's in space, and these aren't spells or power charges. Instead, this appears to be a fleet of UFOs leaving Earth, creating a path across the atmosphere, just along the ozone layer. This wasn't something seen on any movie screen, rather it surfaced from a secretive video supposedly captured by one of our satellites. The footage hints at silent visitors moving in and out of our world as if they believe they're unseen, but it seems their luck ran out, with this rare clip revealing them as they glide through space, leaving trails of mystery behind. Giant UFO. In this captivating footage of the satellite, the camera zoomed in, capturing a massive UFO emerging into view before it suddenly zipped away. Just as the UFO vanished, a strange, brief flash of light appeared on Earth's surface below, almost like lightning. It's as if the UFO left something behind, perhaps orbs or some other mysterious objects, sparking theories about its purpose. Was it observing or interacting with the Earth? His quick encounter hints at activities we're only beginning to notice, but after a long time. Circling Africa.
Columbia, reference to call out on the flight plan at 11 hours MET.
A group of UFOs was circling over Africa. In this rare footage captured during NASA's STS-80 mission, several glowing objects hovered just above the continent, moving in coordinated paths as if on a deliberate mission. These aren't random lights. Each object seems to follow a calculated route, orbiting the region with purpose. Some suggest that they could be scanning or mapping specific areas, gathering information, or perhaps monitoring activity on Earth. Their movement hints at something organized, almost as though they were surveying above. Seems like Africa holding something important related to UFOs.
Columbia, reference to call out on the flight plan at 11 hours MET.
Old footage. This old, authentic footage shows something truly fascinating. UFOs moving around planets like Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Captured by a Russian source, the black and white video gives us a glimpse of these mysterious objects hovering near these distant worlds. Alongside these planets, a secret spaceship appears, drifting quietly in space, as if it's part of an unknown mission. It's like a hidden chapter of space exploration that we were never meant to see. This footage is just stirring thoughts in me that we always cited the UFOs over Earth, but now over Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter, which means they conduct missions on all the planets. Black Knight. You all know that disguise has always been a favorite tactic of aliens, but this time it was both shocking and amazing. They took the shape of a Black Knight shield, similar to the one Lexica used to hold. It seems they're also fans of the character. This object was spotted just above the icy expanse of the sky, seemingly unaware that it could still be caught by our satellite cameras. It appeared that it wasn't aware that humans have become keenly observant of these disguise techniques, often considering them to be alien sightings. It was shocking, but sightings like these are becoming more normal. Each time they popped up with a new design, it was as if they were showcasing their advanced technology. Outer space. The clip showed up on the internet by mistake and then deleted, but some servers saved it smartly. And here is the reason. It was having a NASA mission called STS-80, in which something amazing happened. A UFO suddenly appeared out of nowhere in space. After it appeared, other mysterious orbs seemed to come close to it, as if they were checking it out or meeting it. This unusual scene has made many people wonder and ask questions about what these objects could be. Could they be watching each other, or perhaps even us? This moment is one of those mysteries from space that keeps us all guessing and eager to learn more, but they wanted a cover-up, which will always be a mystery, I guess. Abduction. A long stick-like UFO hovered above a nuclear facility, looking like something from a science fiction movie. This was no ordinary UFO, it was quite unusual. Security cameras caught it as it came down, grabbed a box that seemed very important, maybe a container holding some secret liquid or an essential chip, and then quickly flew away into the sky. Moments after the box went into the UFO, the top part of the UFO lit up brightly, and something shot up into the sky very fast. The pause in its movement showed it was a vessel. The vessel might be holding something that the nuclear facility didn't want to reveal. Undocking. Did you catch that mysterious moment captured from the International Space Station? As the Soyuz spacecraft undocked, a UFO quietly made its way across the scene. Now, the bright light against the vast backdrop of space wasn't just a fleeting sight, it sparked a whole lot of curiosity. The exact time and location of this sighting are still up in the air, adding a layer of mystery. Was the UFO there just to take a peek at the undocking, or did it have some specific mission tied to that exact moment? Whoever shared this video is just as intrigued and is looking for more clues. What do you think was going on there? V-shaped craft. It seems like someone left their signature in the sky to let us know they were there. Have you seen the footage of the massive V-shaped object near the International Space Station? This thing was moving through the sky, almost like it was showcasing its presence deliberately. It's like something out of a movie, where the villains leave a mark to signal their involvement in mysterious events. Astronauts have observed these kinds of objects before and noted that they are sophisticated and incredibly difficult to detect on camera. They're also tight-lipped about the origins of these crafts, which only adds to the intrigue. This V-shaped craft hovering near the space station definitely raises questions about what exactly is going on up there. Open discussion. Another mystery kept from us. Another piece of leaked video. It seems like a desert, but it's not. It's hit surfaced Mars. The spacecraft landed on Mars. But wait, there is a ladder coming out of the space, and few beings also coming out. But it didn't stop there and zoomed away. But someone was left behind. The alien. After a few minutes, it was abducted too. I'm sure you all wanted to know the other side of the story, but don't worry, we got it. This footage came across on the internet after a short time, and saw how aliens were recording this place, maybe for some secret mission on Mars. But how this footage came on the internet and who uploaded it is still a mystery. Thank you very much for watching the video, share in the comments, and do like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.